The air cracked with gunfire. The sound echoed through the streets, a chilling reminder of the violence that had just erupted. It was a sunny afternoon in Dallas, November 22nd, 1963. The city was bustling with excitement as President John F. Kennedy's motorcade made its way through the streets. People lined the sidewalks, waving flags and cheering, eager to catch a glimpse of the charismatic leader. President John F. Kennedy's motorcade sped through Dealey Plaza, a moment of joy twisted into horror. The president, seated next to his wife Jacqueline, smiled and waved at the crowd, unaware of the impending tragedy. Suddenly, the atmosphere shifted. The joyous cheers turned into screams of terror as gunshots rang out. The world watched in disbelief as the young president slumped, mortally wounded. Chaos erupted. Jacqueline Kennedy, in a state of shock, tried to help her husband, her pink suit stained with blood. Secret Service agents scrambled to protect the First Lady and the other passengers in the car. People screamed and ran for cover. The once orderly crowd turned into a frantic mob, each person desperate to escape the danger. Parents clutched their children, and friends held onto each other, trying to make sense of the chaos that had suddenly engulfed them. Some just stood there, paralyzed with shock. They couldn't believe what they had just witnessed. The assassination of a president right before their eyes was too much to comprehend. The air was thick with disbelief and sorrow. The date would forever be seared into the nation's memory, a day of infamy, a day of profound loss. Newspapers around the world carried the tragic news, and memorials and tributes poured in from every corner of the globe. The nation mourned the loss of a leader who had inspired hope and change. But what happened next in the chaotic minutes following the assassination has been a subject of intense scrutiny and debate for decades. Theories and speculations about the events of that day have persisted, with many questions still unanswered. The chaos in Dallas marked the beginning of a long and painful journey for the nation, one that would forever change the course of history. Dallas, a bustling metropolis, transformed into a tableau of shock and disbelief. Time seemed to stand still. The echo of the gunshots reverberated through the city's soul. People huddled together, seeking solace and answers in the shared grief. The world grappled with the unimaginable. How could such a tragedy unfold in broad daylight in the heart of America? The assassination sent shockwaves across the globe, leaving a void in leadership and a profound sense of vulnerability. In the frenzied moments after the shots, Secret Service agents sprang into action. Their training kicked in, but nothing could have prepared them for the chaos that ensued. The air was thick with panic, and the sound of screams and sirens filled the streets. The agents, who had dedicated their lives to protecting the president, now found themselves in a race against time. Every second counted, and their mission was clear: get the president to safety no matter the cost. Their world, once orderly and predictable, was now a maelstrom of danger and uncertainty. The crowds that had gathered to catch a glimpse of the president were now running in every direction, their faces etched with fear and disbelief. The sense of security that had once surrounded the motorcade was shattered, replaced by a palpable sense of dread. The agents moved through the chaos with a singular focus, their training guiding their every move. The presidential limousine, its once gleaming exterior marred by tragedy, became a symbol of shattered dreams as it sped towards Parkland Hospital. The car, which had been a beacon of hope and progress, was now a grim reminder of the fragility of life. Inside, the atmosphere was tense and somber. The agents knew that every moment was critical, and they pushed the vehicle to its limits, hoping against hope that they could save the president. Inside, Jackie Kennedy cradled her dying husband, her pink Chanel suit stained crimson. Her face was a mask of shock and grief, but she held onto him with a fierce determination. The First Lady, who had always been a symbol of grace and elegance, was now a picture of heartbreak and resilience. Her presence in that moment was a testament to her strength and love, even in the face of unimaginable tragedy. Secret Service agent Clint Hill rode on the back of the car, a shield against further attacks. His actions were driven by instinct and a deep sense of duty. He had leapt onto the moving vehicle without a second thought, his only concern being the safety of the President and the First Lady. Hill's bravery in those critical moments was a stark contrast to the chaos around him, a beacon of hope in a sea of despair. His face, etched with concern and determination, reflected the gravity of the situation. Every line and furrow told a story of courage and resolve. In those moments, Clint Hill embodied the very essence of the Secret Service's mission, to protect and serve, no matter the personal cost. His unwavering focus and commitment were a testament to the strength of the human spirit in the face of adversity. As news of the assassination spread, a nation plunged into mourning. From bustling cities to quiet towns, disbelief gave way to profound sadness. The world watched as America grieved, united in its grief for a fallen leader. The assassination of John F. Kennedy was more than just the loss of a president. It was the shattering of a nation's innocence. The world mourned the loss of a charismatic leader, a symbol of hope and progress. His death left a void that seemed impossible to fill. More than 6 decades have passed since that fateful day in Dallas. Yet the assassination of JFK continues to fascinate and haunt us. The quest for answers, for a complete understanding of that tragic event, persists, and now new discoveries have emerged, offering fresh perspectives on those history-altering moments. Among these discoveries is a never-before-seen 8mm film shot by businessman Dale Carpenter Sr. The footage captures the frantic race to Parkland Hospital, providing a visceral glimpse into the immediate aftermath of the assassination. Section 6, the Carpenter film, A Glimpse into History. This film, though often overshadowed by the more famous Zapruder film, holds a unique place in the annals of history. It offers a different angle, a different perspective, and a different story of that fateful day. Carpenter's film, though brief, offers a unique perspective on the events of that day. It was shot by an amateur filmmaker who happened to be in the right place at the right time. The film captures moments that are both ordinary and extraordinary, providing a window into the past that is both intimate and revealing. It captures the motorcade speeding down a Dallas freeway, Jackie Kennedy and Clint Hill clearly visible. The sense of anticipation and excitement is palpable as the motorcade makes its way through the streets of Dallas. The crowds are cheering, waving, and eager to catch a glimpse of the President and the First Lady. While the film doesn't capture the assassination itself, it provides a chillingly close look at the immediate aftermath. The sudden shift from joy to horror is stark and jarring. People are seen reacting in shock, disbelief, and grief. The camera captures the raw, unfiltered emotions of those who witness the tragedy unfold. The film's significance lies in its immediacy. It was developed and reviewed almost immediately after the events, providing a fresh and unaltered perspective. The footage serves as a historical document, preserving the emotions and reactions of that day in a way that words alone cannot. It captures the raw emotion, the chaos and confusion of those first few moments after the shots rang out. The faces of the people tell a story of their own. A story of loss, of confusion, and of a nation in mourning. The film allows us to witness these moments as if we were there, standing among the crowd. It's a stark reminder of the human cost of that tragic day. The memorials, the mourning crowds, and the emotional tributes all serve to underscore the profound impact of the assassination. The Carpenter film, in its brief runtime, manages to encapsulate the essence of that day, making it an invaluable piece of historical footage. Section 7. Echoes in the Digital Age. The emergence of the Carpenter film, along with other recently discovered materials, highlights the evolving nature of history. Even decades after an event, new evidence can surface, challenging our understanding and prompting us to re-examine the past. In the digital age, with its vast online archives and the ability to enhance and analyze old footage, it's more likely than ever that new pieces of the puzzle will emerge, shedding further light on the events of that day. Section 8. The importance of every frame. The discovery of the Carpenter film underscores the importance of preserving and examining even seemingly insignificant pieces of the past. Every photograph, every film reel, every document from that era has the potential to offer valuable insights. These artifacts are not just relics of a bygone era, they are tangible links to our history, offering clues that can help us better understand the past and its impact on the present. Section 9. JFK, a legacy unfading. The assassination of John F. Kennedy remains one of the most pivotal events in American history. It was a tragedy that shook the nation to its core, leaving an indelible mark on the American psyche. The quest to understand what happened that day in Dallas continues. New discoveries like the Carpenter film remind us that history is not static. It is a living, breathing entity, constantly evolving as new evidence comes to light.